What's up, YouTube? Today we're going to install Flowise. So come over to GitHub, type in Flowise in the search bar. You'll see Flowise at the top of the page. Click on it. This is Flowise. So you want to create fork. Enter the name here. And then create fork. Righto, successfully forked Flowise. So then come down to the bottom. We're going to host this on render. You can install this to your local machine, but it just seems to be easier if you just deploy to render. So it's simple one-click process. So to take you to this page, you sign into render. I've already signed into render, so once you create an account in render, you come into your main page, click on new, add new web service. So deploy from GitHub. So you'll need to find the right repo. So as you can see, Flowise. Give it a name. I've installed it once before, so I'll call this Flowise 2. Choose your region and keep it as Docker. Don't use Node. So you can either have it as free or as a starter. I usually use starter because it just seems to be a lot quicker. Create web service. So now to go through the build process, I'll just pause this right here. As you can see, it will take quite some time to install it, probably about 10-15 minutes. So I'll just speed up this video to the end. Alright, the service is live. To access that service, there's a URL they provide up the top here. Just click on it, and here we have Flowise. But in this Flowise at the moment, anything saved in here will disappear because there is no storage set up. So if you head back over to render, click on the disks here, add a new storage disk, give it a name, now use that recommended data path. And then I just went for a simple 1 gig storage space. You can always increase it later. And when you save it, it'll have to redeploy. So just go through that process. Alright, service has been updated with the added storage space. Now if you want, you can go into environment and add environment variables. This is where you can add in your username and a password. So exactly the same, just Flowise password and enter password there. So I'm not going to use that. So events, everything is all successful, and then you have your logs here, so you can actually check the logs of your program when it's running. As you can see, when the program's actually running, it'll have a complete log of what's going on in render, in Flowise. So now we can go into Flowise. So Flowise comes with a marketplace. These are all free tools that you can use. There's quite a few of them. It's actually just been recently updated. There you have multi-retrieval QA chains and multi-prompt chains. And then simple conversation. If you use Replit, you can use the Replit language models here. That's like Llama and Falcon. And then you've also got Zapier interactions now. And then web browser was always there, but it was a little bit buggy. And then same as the web page Q&A, you can now scrape web pages. So it comes with some tools. Tools have just been updated as well. This is where you can load your own tools, create your own tools. So as in using the autonomous agents, you can create tools that the agent will use. So that'll be covered in another video. So the autonomous agent is something like this. So it can write files, read files. You can use the SERP API to scrape the web. It's using the AutoGPT as the model, Pinecone as the vector storage, and then OpenAI. You can change the language models to whichever you prefer. There's also a new template for the Flowise docs, so you can actually input all your GitHub credentials and where you want to store the memory, and you can actually talk to the Flowise docs if you can't understand the actual program. So this is the tool section that I was looking for. So there's a few little tools in here that you can add to your workflows. They come in pretty handy if you have Airtable or HubSpot. You can also use make webhooks. Zapier has its own bot for webhooks. So in another video we'll go through every individual flow, and I'll explain what each individual workflow does. So this is Flowise, pretty simple, and it's all hosted on Render using the starter kit. That's a paid service. It's cost you $7 per month, which for faster service, it's not really the end of the world. I actually prefer using a paid service. I've used a free service on many other different programs, and it is very slow, but it is free. So again, thanks guys for watching, and that is how you install Flowise on Render. Thanks, see you later.